two opponents go head-to-head. The owl butterfly caterpillar tries to psych out its opponent with a bizarre defensive dance. The katydid is momentarily stunned. It wasn't expecting and a show.
The whole point of wiggling about like a snake is to send out a fake but believable signal that I'm toxic, I will bite you, leave me alone.
The katydid cuts the caterpillar's performance short with a surgical strike. Bravely, the caterpillar tries to twist free. It lashes with its forked tail, desperately trying to get in a bite. Soft tissue splits like the skin of a sausage, spilling the remains of the caterpillar's last meal. This big bad bug never eats its greens.
Often what they'll do is they'll pull the guts out to avoid the nasty chemicals that are in the plant that the caterpillar ate, and they're able to eat the relatively succulent caterpillar itself.
Even disemboweled, the caterpillar tries to bite its attacker. In the end, the owl butterfly caterpillar achieves a sort of metamorphosis. A gruesome transformation from potential butterfly to unrecognizable meat. The red thigh makes the first move. It approaches cautiously, low, outstretched, poised to strike. The blacktail doesn't flinch. It'll be the quick or the dead. The spider only escapes by sacrificing its own leg.
The spider has a predetermined juncture where it can lose a leg, and it's got sphincters that close it off so the spider doesn't bleed to death.
The red thigh licks its wounds. The scorpion now has a taste for red meat.
The wandering spider's leg is a nice appetizer, but the blacktail knows there's a lot more flesh where that came from. He's going to keep hunting it until he gets the full banquet.
The black-tailed scorpion makes its next move.
Grab the prey with a pincher, hold it out at a distance so it can't strike back, and then deliver the venom at a point-blank range. That's a textbook hit. As the venom flows through the spider's body, it shuts down system after system. In fact, it's so fast, it produces an almost instantaneous meltdown.
Another outlaw bites the dust. The scorpion feeds at its leisure. Its two claw-like mouthparts tear off pieces of spider flesh. They're pulled into a pre-oral cavity to be liquefied. It might take hours, but the scorpion will dispose of its victim, skin and all.
bug wars rarely end in a dignified way. But by the time the blacktail is done mashing up the spider, not even its mother will think it has a pretty face.
In the bug world, beauty and horror will always be partners. The jungle stalker doesn't demur. It reaches forward. The katydid darts off to rethink its battle plan. It decides to attack again from the side. But with its hydraulic legs, this spider can move any which way. Huge fangs puncture the katydid's protective armor. The black face barks and kicks, but the stalker's fangs are deep and trigger a ticking time bomb.
At this point, the clock is at 2 minutes to midnight, but the spider still has to be extremely careful of the katydid's spiked legs and mandibles, because if it gets even the slightest chance to use them, it will, even as it draws its final breath.
Keeping the katydid's limbs out of harm's way, the stalker maintains its steely grip. The kicks become feeble, and the maniacal grin becomes a death rictus.
This is an enormous kill for the black jungle stalker. It's the equivalent of a lion bringing down a zebra single-handedly. This is one mighty hunter.
The black jungle stalker feasts. When it's had its fill, the leftovers furnish a second banquet for the bugs of tomorrow. With the worm in its sights, the harvestman moves in for the kill.
I think the harvestman has lots and lots of advantages, but it's got to get in close.
But it's too close. The worm gives it both barrels at point-blank range. The harvestman struggles, but thrashing only tightens its slimy bonds. It's the glue from hell.
Now that's what I call chemical warfare. It may go everywhere. Half of it may miss the target, but wow. That is a prey capture technique that's impossible to upstage and very difficult to escape.
The harvestman is in serious trouble.
All it can do at this point is back off and see if it can groom the glue off. But it's nasty.
With its victim pinned and defenseless, the velvet worm switches to safecracker mode, looking for a way into its meal. Like hellish cookie cutters, the powerful mandibles start sawing through the harvestman's armor. Eventually, the worm injects its toxic saliva.
The saliva that the velvet worm is injecting contains mucus and also hydrolytic digestive enzymes that are pre-digesting the food outside of its body, so all it has to do now is sit back and suck it up.
Things don't always turn out the way you'd expect in the bug realm. You can have all the weapons in the world, but slow and sticky often wins the race. The two stone-cold assassins come face to face. So close, they are actually touching.
So now the wandering spider and the hooded mantis are in contact with each other, but it really is who moves the fastest and where they attack.
The spider backs off, wary. In a battle like this, there is no margin for error. The hooded mantis tries its favorite bluff.
The praying mantis is hoping that its shuddering motion will let it get close to the spider without it recognizing that it has an opponent.
But the spider isn't fooled. Like a Hollywood fight scene, the enemy agents are locked together in a precarious battle. The mantis is in the perfect position. Its mandibles could rip open the spider's belly. But it's too late. Like poison-tipped umbrellas, the spider's fangs puncture the mantis' thorax. Deadly neurotoxins flood the mantis' body. Within seconds, vital organs begin shutting down. The prospect of a massive feast has the spider's digestive juices flowing. Massive daggers slash the body to pieces. And it's sucked up like a mantis martini.
So the king cobra of the mantids goes down. But you can't say he didn't score points for bravery.
All that will be left is the mantid's hood, discarded like a dead spy's trench coat. Keen for a kill, the orange-horned katydid launches straight into danger. The banana spider approaches with caution.
She's tapping that katydid with her front leg to see whether the katydid has much give. Is it able to get loose?
The katydid pokes back, but the beauty queen now has her opponent in her sights.
As long as the katydid can hold the spider's fangs at bay, it has some chance of surviving this. But defending yourself while being tangled in strong and sticky silk is a pretty tall order.
The katydid struggles to escape, but finds itself deeper in the web. The banana spider seizes its chance. Sharp fangs pierce the katydid's abdomen, delivering their toxic payload. Even as the venom shuts down her nervous system, the orange-horned katydid tries to bite through the silken trap. The beauty queen approaches again. The katydid isn't giving up. She fights furiously.
This is a great example of how deeply entrenched the will to survive is with these animals. She just keeps on fighting, no matter how bad the odds.
Eventually, the katydid's struggles grow feeble. The web weaver delivers the death blow. It's been a titanic battle. The beauty queen wraps the spoils and begins her long victory feast. She doesn't bother with regal table manners. Digestive enzymes break down the katydid's body, turning soft tissue into a protein shake. In the bug world, beauty queens don't get their kudos from crowning ceremonies. They get their kicks when their rivals are trash on the forest floor. is ready. This time, the ant uses its speed advantage. But it's not quick enough. The probing proboscis finds its mark.
The assassin bug's venom attacks both the nervous and the muscular system, paralyzing the prey in just 3 to 5 seconds after being injected.
The proboscis then switches from syringe to drinking straw. The victim's liquefied innards are sucked up by this all-in-one instrument of death. It's been a red-letter day for the flagtail. No mess, no fuss. Everything you'd expect from an experienced assassin. The cockroach approaches, unafraid. The tarantula is poised to attack. Against any other bug, the battle would be over. But those ice-pick fangs haven't yet found soft flesh. They're hooked on the cockroach's armored collar. The spider's holding on like a rodeo rider on a bucking bronco.
These cockroaches just don't give in. It's putting up an epic struggle. Keeps trying to kick and kick. It's holding on to the ground. It's trying to move forward. Anything that it can do to get away from this tarantula.
The tarantula isn't built to fight a long, drawn-out battle.
Tarantulas have a very primitive form of lungs. While they're capable of great power over short bursts, prolonged struggles are not their forte.
There's another problem, an annoying ant swarm. The cockroach catches a break. But just as it gets off the mat, round 2 begins. A fang plunges through the cockroach's armor. Dozens of mites who made a home under the cockroach's wings start leaving the sinking ship.
This is really a web of life, and you see mites on almost everything. Mites are bloodsuckers.
Now the tarantula sucks the life out of its once mighty opponent. In the bug world, the bigger you are, the harder you fall. The scorpion advances. The amblypygid sidesteps, then attacks from below. The scorpion grabs a leg, while avoiding the amblypygid's stiletto-tipped claws. It angles its stinger for a kill shot.
If the amblypygid manages to catch a scorpion with those spiked pedipalps, it could crush the living daylights out of it. So it's important that the scorpion gets in a sting as quickly as possible.
The amblypygid locks on, attempting to crush its opponent into submission. But the scorpion's tail is free. The scorpion injects its cocktail of tissue-destroying venom. Before it takes effect, the amblypygid makes one last-ditch attempt to escape. But the red forest scorpion is not about to lose its grip on this meal. Breaking a leg in two, it begins to feed as the venom takes hold. The amblypygid flatlines. And in a final indignity, this ancient medieval fighter becomes a free-for-all buffet.